Hello, my name is Brenda, and I'm a paintaholic. It's kind of a needless thing, but it's therapeutic, it's relaxing, it's healing, it's inspiring, it's nothing, and it's something. It's kind of addicting to mix your paint, put your colors down, plan your colors. It's a whole ritual, to prepare, just to get ready to pour it onto a canvas and swipe across it, and you're done. This time I swiped across this one with bubble wrap, and I did a little bit different technique. Now I'm going to start showing some of these techniques live. I'm going to live stream and do it, but you can type in acrylic pour with silicone or coconut oil and pull up all kinds of instructionals, all kinds of videos, hundreds and thousands of them. So I figure, why should I do one? Well, maybe for my friends and family, who know me. And I know I have one nephew who would be very interested in doing this kind of art. We have a friend in the UK who would probably be interested too. First of all, I should go back to the past and show the paint pouring that I used to do compared to adding silicone and or coconut oil. The coconut oil has something called dimethicone in it, and when you swipe across your paint, it creates these cells. And I gotta say, I'm hooked. I'm addicted. Oh, what am I gonna do with all these? I'm actually painting them on boards, on anything I can find. And the leftover paint that runs off, because you do waste a lot of paint, you let them dry. They're called skins, and you can do all kinds of things with the skins. You can even sell them. I started joining support groups for this type of painting technique, and I got some ideas. I'm seeing what other people are doing. Um, just trying to blend in my colors. This time I wanted to produce a sunset effect, the colors of the sunset. I think I scraped a little bit too hard on the board because into the purples, you can see where the paint is totally scraped off. It's the white. But these two white spots here are just from the lights. But what I'm talking about are these white streaks over here. But I could take a real fine brush and touch those up. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this, but I do plan on leaving this purple part as a night sky and then coming in and having this right side here be the bottom. And I plan on silhouette painting on top of it. Sort of fantasy painting with fairies and mushrooms and dragons and stuff like that. Something different. It's therapeutic, and it is helping me get my mind off things. It's reducing stress. I'm really loving it, and we'll just see how this goes. I was going to have the kids get into this art, but I think it might be a little too hard and messy. In order for the kids to do it, I have to get set up right, like get a regular box. I think I'm going to cut a hole in a countertop and set a bucket right down in this hole so we can put a rack on top of it, and then they'll have a decent place to pour. Yeah, I think the kids could do it if they're set up properly, but I'm gonna pause it. The effect that I was trying to get are these little cells that have bullseyes, different colors in the centers, where they have like an outline of ring, where some of these over here are kind of plain, or and then some cells, there's places where cells didn't even pop up. I could go over this with a heat gun and get some small ones, but I thought I'd leave this one alone. I swept over it once and I'm just going to leave it dry. It's still wet. I like the streaking that's involved. The streaking looks good in here. It's not real wide. It's not overpowering. So this is what I've been into. I've been watching a lot of videos. I've been watching a lot of people do this kind of art. And just to even watch them paint like this is relaxing. I usually skip through a lot of the videos and just kind of skip past all the mixing because they can go half the video just mixing their paint. Who wants to sit and watch people stir paint unless it's a specific technique or color that you're looking for? So I just usually skip through the stirring part and get right to the pouring part. And I've been watching a couple different techniques. I like this one, but you have a two-tone canvas. One side is darker, one side is lighter. So when you do your silhouettes, you have to accommodate and strategically plan what you're going to do with the dark part. Is it going to be the ground? Is it going to be the sky? In this particular painting, I used purple and trying to get that sunset look, either sunrise or sunset. And then my camera went blurry just for a second here. I'm trying to focus in. So that's what I've been doing. And would you believe my abuser, the woman who has been abusing me for 2.5 years, is still falsely accusing me of doing shit? Yeah. Oh, I gotta put this on pause a minute. I just noticed this area right in here with the darker streaks of purple that runs through the cells. I really like this. There's some darker purples in through up through here too. But yeah, she's still accusing me of doing things because she's using me for a scapegoat. Yeah. And she's turning communities against me. Oh well, I'm going to have to put a stop to it because after this long, I'm just so tired of it. You know, she's turned a lot of people against me with false impressions. Yeah, I was gang stalked and I had a lot of healing to do. Well, right here, this black, well, it's not black, it's actually very dark purple. If this would come in and just kind of swirl around a little bit. I think next one I'm going to go through here with a brush or a skewer and add some more detail. Of course, this is really zoomed in close. And when you're zoomed out, just looking at it normally from a distance, you'll never see that. Because this purple strip isn't really even that wide. But yeah, this is what I've been doing. You know, I come to YouTube to do arts and crafts, not get into fighting like everyone else was doing. And I got attacked and I fought back, defended myself. I like this darker. It almost looks like brown in here. I like that. I like the way that ripples. Almost looks marbled. These look like little flames. See, the neat thing is each time you look at it, you see something different. And I think that's the beauty of art. I could even leave it as is. A lot of people just like them like this. But I don't know. I think it would be better as some type of background. It almost looks like a lava painting too. So when you look at art and you think about all these other things, it takes your mind off everything else. And that's why it's therapeutic, very therapeutic. Art is great. So there's a lot of places in here that do look like fire. It's a fiery type of picture. Some of this is going to be covered up with a silhouette. Kind of almost hate to cover it. Here's a nice bullseye right here. I like how the purple veins flow through it. So I am getting a little bit better at it. This was only one sweep across, and I think it was good enough to leave as is. You know, there's a few places where I did get the paint off the board, but they're so thin and minimal that I think I can just touch them up with a very thin brush. And then here's some more veins and rippling in this area. These cells up here are weird. They look like lava. You know, sometimes we see clouds in the sky like this. Not this color, but do you ever see those real blotchy looking clouds that just come rolling in really fast and bring a lot of wind with them? If I did this in whites and grays, dark grays, I wonder if I could produce a sky, maybe just across the top of the canvas. Which is hard because when you sweep across it, it's the edging has to be perfect if you're only going to do a half a board. So this is the latest trend in art, paint pouring. You can do these on pages of paper and do mixed media on top of it. I think I can put this video in one of my video editors and have an image on top of it, you know, a double layer of video where this is kind of faded out in the background and you have another video on top of it. I think that would look really neat too. What kind of video could I put on top of this? That would be really unique. You know, I love making videos. And then here's the top. This isn't black. This is a very, very dark purple. But here you can see where it wiped right off the canvas. There it cleared up. I've got a little bit of webbing going on. Oh, it went blurry again. Yeah, I'm playing with the focus. I'm trying to manually focus. So here we're focused in. There's some webbing in this area. It's got some good rippling effects. You know, I can even put some white paint on the toothbrush and rub across. Whoa, that really got blurry. Um, there we go. Do some stippling on there where I put the paint, white paint on the toothbrush, and just rub my thumb across the bristles where it throws little spots of paint to make it look like stars. I think I'll put a moon up here, probably in the lighter part of the purple to make it look like the moon shining. And then the stars over in the darker part. See up here, it's a little bit lighter on the side. I'd put the moon up here. And I don't know what I'm going to put down here. Maybe some little fairy people, some elves, maybe some trolls. Who knows? Trolls would be neat down here too. I don't want to look like a fiery picture of hell. I want it to look like something else. But, you know, I tried to get the sunset pictures, but it looks more like hell. So that's it. That's what I've been doing. I haven't been paying much attention to any of the old group that I was acquainted with, they kind of left them behind. They don't really interest me. Like, it's like they tried to think that maybe that they were so special that I cared about their lives, and I never really did. Who cares? I only cared about the way that they were assassinating my character, harassing me, and looking for reaction, and then taking me to court. Who does that? Who gets away with it? We'll see. Anyways, I'll let you guys go now. Y'all take it easy. Love and peace.